In our last video, we were talking about the final days of the legislature session and all the policy issues that were still hanging out there unresolved. Well, now the legislature has adjourned for the year. There are about a dozen pieces of legislation that the CRA has worked on that await for Governor Newsom's pen for either a signature or a veto. We'll keep you up to date on those. They must be acted upon before the end of the month. But one of the biggest issues is AB 257, and you've been hearing about it from us for well over a year. The governor signed it into law a week ago. It is no doubt one of the most far-reaching and damaging proposals the restaurant community has seen in decades. The bill sidesteps the legislature and decades of enforcement procedures from California agencies and hands those responsibilities to an unelected sector council to govern counter-service restaurants with 100 or more units nationally. Given the regulatory authority and enforcement powers granted to this sector council, AB 257 essentially establishes a fourth branch of government to set statewide policy for one segment of employers. Its precedent and reach are irresponsible, as these duties belong with elected officials accountable to their voters and are not to be outsourced to political appointees. You may recall, one of the key provisions of AB 257 allows the sector council to raise the minimum wage for quick service chains to $22 an hour next year. Whether you support another minimum wage increase or not, that kind of shock to the system is unsustainable and would certainly have unintended consequences for the labor market for those not even directly targeted by AB 257. Independent restaurants would struggle to chase such wage levels. This is something that was top of mind for over 40 business groups, local chambers of commerce, and partners like the International Franchise Association and the National Restaurant Association, who also worked incredibly hard in attempts to stop this proposal. So what now? Well, last week, a new coalition formed. It's called Protect Neighborhood Restaurants. It is formed by the International Franchise Association and the National Restaurant Association. Late last week, they filed paperwork for a potential referendum, meaning if the coalition can collect over 500,000 voter signatures by early December, then the referendum will appear on the ballot in 2024, in which case the law would not go into effect until the voters decide. The CRA supports this effort and will continue to do so in a variety of ways. There's a lot of work ahead, but it's worth it for the health of the overall restaurant community and for a check on government accountability. That's the news you need to know. I'm Sabrina. Thank you for watching.